H. Christ. Hey, Chiefy, best drop another chum marker.
Jaws. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. Jaws. See it before you go swimming.
Welcome back to MegaNerd Squad. Today's review, one of my personal favorites from all time, Jaws. It sets in this small island town called Amity. There's this guy named Chief Brody who's afraid of the water. He's a newcomer there, he just moved there. And all of a sudden, shark attacks start happening left and right. He's really wanting to close the beaches, but the mayor and pretty much the whole town is against him because that's how they make all their money. All their vacationers and such. They all go there for the 4th of July is like the big thing. He's wanting to look out for them and their safety by closing the beaches, but they don't want him to do that because they're not going to make any money that way and they're going to get ran out of business and just go bankrupt pretty much. So it kind of is that struggle there until it finally happens. Another shark attack happens and then he finally has had enough to where his son is almost even killed by the shark. He finally gets the mayor to agree to sign this contract to hire Captain Quint, this shark catcher, killer, wrangler, to go out and catch this shark. And they even bring in Matt Hooper from the Oceanographic Institute, and they go on this voyage.
They play a lot with the shark in a way where you think it's a shark, but at the same time, the camera shots, you don't really see a shark at the beginning. You see just something under the water going for the people. And it's like, is it a shark or is it something else? And
Right.
This movie plays it well. And the voyage part of this movie and the other people characters, like they know what's going on with the shark, so he's trying to keep everyone away. I like the character Brody. He was really
Brody,
cool for me.
Was that your favorite?
One of my favorites. I like him and Hooper.
Hooper.
Yeah.
I love all three of them. Quint, Brody, and Hooper. I love all three of them. They're just the perfect trio for me.
Detective Brody, he's trying to keep the people away. Like this movie, it does really good with all the shots because it's directed by Steven Spielberg, right?
Yeah, Spielberg.
And like they play so well with the shots in this movie.
Yeah.
The people are running from the beach when they see the shark. People are still going in the water, and they don't even care what happens to them. There's just some shark attacks, and like it was like, I don't know.
Shoot, man, Daly is getting trampled out there.
Oh yeah.
Because like
They were tossing the kids off the rafts and trampling the old people getting out of the water. Remember the one lady was just standing there screaming, holding her kid. Why aren't you getting out of the water?
Yeah, I know. He's just standing there screaming like, ah!
Hey, but I'll tell you, alright, it sucks trying to run in the water, kind of like that. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's terrible. Like,
It's almost like when you have a nightmare and you can't run. It's just
yeah,
like you're
you
trying to run.
move,
It's
so
like,
it's just kind of
yeah, I totally understand that.
I was gonna say, I actually do like the character developments in the characters, especially the three main characters, because I guess like for one, you know, like they are like they're like grown people, you know, who make smart decisions in kind of like movies, which you don't really see a lot, I guess, in now like movies like nowadays. Because I don't know, I guess like the whole like tripping and falling is the cliche things do now.
True, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I was watching it, you know, I was thinking kind of like, you know, like the movie The Thing, and so where, you know, in that movie too, like, you know, like the characters are also like extremely smart, you know, so it's just kind of like, for me, in the movie, it's just kind of like watching, you know, like grown-ass people making smart decisions, trying to fight, you know, something that's, you know, like after them, you know, like something that's can easily overpower them.
Yeah, I totally get you there.
You know?
I love the three characters and the way they play off of each other. Like Hooper and Quinn's kind of like, you know, headbutting there, and then just Brody so like innocent and tossed in the middle of this, but his bravery of going out there, putting himself on the line. You know, he hates the water, he's fear of drowning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
it's just great in the writing process of putting that into his character and then seeing it in the movie. And it actually comes down to towards the end, the third act, when Hooper, he thinks, is dead down in the water. Quint just got eaten by the shark, and this boat is literally sinking, and he's just got his rifle, and he's just hanging on a prayer right there, and he finally gets that shot. And I don't know, I just love this movie. I've loved this movie my whole life. It's easily one of my favorites, if not my favorite of all time.
I feel like they dragged. This may just be me, but I feel like they dragged it out. It could be an hour and a half movie, but they dragged it out to be 2 hours. Like, I feel there's some scenes that could be cut, like, that I don't really care about at all. I didn't really care about it at all, and it was just like a drag, sort of, that I really didn't care for. Like, the movie is slow. It's about it's more about the story, but I get that. But it just felt so slow to me. The animatronic shark, it was really cool, and like at the end you could see the shark just coming up on them, and it was actually trying to eat them.
I love it.
And it just comes up, and they're like trying to kill it, but they do so many things to stop it. They throw
I
barrels.
don't think they
at
were
it.
trying to kill it at that point. They were just trying to stay away from it at that point. He had hopped up literally onto the boat, and they're just like, oh shit, and this boat's like tilted all the way down, so it's like almost like when the Titanic, when it was all the way like that and people were just sliding down it. That's basically what Quint did, right down into the beast's mouth.
Yeah.
That part I love so much. Also, like, I don't know if you guys noticed when he has his machete type thing that he's about ready to cut the ropes with, and he set it down on the ledge there. He goes back to that when he's in the shark's mouth. Literally, it like slides him to the side and he grabs it and he starts stabbing the shark. Like, I just thought that was perfect. I've always liked that part. So intense, so fun. The adventure mixed with like suspense, and even there's definitely elements of horror in this movie.
No, I haven't seen like Jaws 2, 3, 4, GD, 3D, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. You know,
You don't have to.
I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like, I think Jaws is probably one of those movies to where, you know, like this show will be like one movie. Yeah, because, you know, other than that, because like after that, you know, it's just, you know, you're just doing it to make money out of the franchise, and it's just
Keep the original the way it is.
Yeah,
There's no need to make more.
Yeah, you know, because, you know, like, there's only like one Jaws realistically, if you think about it. And so just, you know, making like, you know, like Jaws 3, 4, 5, 6 out of it, it's just kind of like...
It usually kind of loses a lot of its like value and heart a lot of the time when that happens. And it's sad. But for me, and I think a lot of other people that love Jaws, we want more Jaws, so we're okay with it. So, I mean, opinions vary too. Like, I think there's a lot of people that don't want it to be. I am on the complete opposite spectrum.
I don't know, man.
I want more Jaws, and I'm totally okay with a remake. I just want it to be in the hands of filmmakers that care. And kind of like how they did the Halloween remake. Mm-hmm. Those filmmakers cared about it wasn't a remake, but it was a direct sequel. Yeah. But they cared about it. They cared about the fans. You know, they didn't just get selfish. Like, I won't say another director. Okay.
Even the Pet Sematary remake.
Pet Sematary was great.
It was really good. Like, I think it was better than the original.
I do too. I agree.
That was just an amazing movie.
I liked Pet Sematary, but I was never like crazy about that movie or anything. So going into this one, the new Pet Sematary, loved it. You know, I think we all enjoyed that movie. But yeah, back to Jaws. It's, I don't know, one of my favorites of all time. I don't know what else to say right now.
There's one scene where Hooper goes into the cage to try to put this CCs in the shark so he'd go to sleep. And he just kept going in, and the shark came behind him, and he literally just shakes the cage, and he drops the thing he needs to make the shark fall asleep, and he's just trying to get at him. And it just keeps going and going. It's like, oh my god, he can't kill him! And then he goes and hides, and then it comes back up to the ship.
Yeah.
I like that scene a lot.
Yeah, that one was great.
I did like where the kid, there's this mother, the kid died in the water from the shark, and like she goes to him and basically slaps him, which is messed up. But yeah, it's like he couldn't have done anything because the mayor, but at the same time he could have just forced his way, even though the mayor said no. Like, it wasn't his fault because the mayor forced him not to go.
No, yeah,
it was just like, I don't know. The mayor character is like, he deserved to die by the shark.
Who?
The mayor.
Oh, the mayor, yeah. I mean, he definitely would have been one of them, I think, had the opportunity to present himself.
He's on land. He would never get attacked by the shark.
Yeah, he wouldn't even go in the water.
He was more worried about. I mean, I understand what the mayor's point of view was of wanting to not save. He was wanting to save the town from bankruptcy, and I understand that, but at the expense of people's lives, and it all is pretty much on the premise of the theory of if territoriality exists. Like it could have been just that one shark attack, with Chrissy Watkins, or maybe that shark's still in the territory and he's going to attack again. Yeah.
One of the funniest scenes of this movie is when it's July 4th weekend and everyone's coming to go to the beach and swim in the water, and everyone sees a shark and they all start running back to the sand and the beach, and like they just keep tripping over each other like they said earlier. But there's this one guy, he literally was at the edge and he was like, oh, and just tripped on that ground. It was just hilarious.
I never, I always remembered as a kid, there was that scene after the shark gets away once again at night and the shooting star goes, you can see it go across frame. Like, I don't know if that was something they added in, that they caught on camera and just decided to leave in. It's always intrigued me, but yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I guess if I would have never known that was probably a shooting star they caught, or something like that, then I would have thought that it was probably some film glitch during the editing
that's
or something.
something that could have happened too. I don't know. I don't know what it was, honestly.
It looked like a shooting star.
I never really looked into that. This movie is hands down, it's getting a 10 for me. I got my top 3, and this is in my top 3. It might be the number 1. It's hard to put them in ranks, but my top 3, Jaws is definitely in it. That's a 10 out of 10 for me every time I watch it.
Okay.
I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. I really didn't feel the movie didn't really grow on me, or it didn't talk to me as much. It just felt like a drag, the whole movie, and they didn't really show much shark, which I get what if they couldn't, but it's like it was just a little bit of a drag for me, and I didn't really. It got a little boring to me in some parts.
Yeah, I'll probably give this movie kind of like a 7 out of 10.
Damn.
Like.
It's all right. Do your worst.
My worst is like a negative.
What do you feel? What's your actual review? Like your actual rating?
Nah, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's not the worst, and it's not the great for me. Honestly, story wise, I thought it was a pretty good storyline. Because it kind of brushes down it was more like kind of like a down to earth kind of storyline to where this thing can happen, to anybody, and it's just kind of plays upon realistic characters that you can relate to almost, but it's probably not a 10 for me because it just didn't, it kept me on edge of my seats, and it just didn't kind of made me feel things for the characters, yeah.
I don't know, I can't relate.
Well, of course, Kate, you're biased.
It's okay to be biased. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And make sure to check out our videos. Mostly it's going to be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but it can change varying on our schedules. So look out for more videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, be sure to check out our Twitter and Instagram. It's twitter.com/MegaNerdSquad and Instagram.com/MegaNerdSquad. So go check those out and you'll be updated on all things Mega Nerd Squad. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Mega Nerd Squad, out.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger